here with Travis Pastrana, and I imagine this is pretty exciting for you to be on a local TV show.
Dude, I'm stoked. I mean, we're in a hotel room. I mean, it might look like a studio, but this is awesome.
It might look like a hotel room.
We got 4 guys in my hotel room right now. I mean, what could be better?
How do people introduce you? I would say like extreme sports legend. Would that be fair?
That's nice, yeah. I mean, I can't like introduce myself as,
you can't.
Hi, I'm Travis Pastrana, extreme sports legend and 11-time X Games gold medalist. You once saw me on a show called, something like that.
That worked pretty well.
Was that good?
Yeah, that worked pretty well.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I have tapes. Now, see, I thought I was going to get to bed early now, but like, here you go. Let's see what we got.
Tapes.
We have tapes. Is this in beta? Oh no, it's not tapes, it's underwear, even better. Well, never mind then, I take that all back. So this is, there we go, now we're ready for tomorrow.
Nice. What does this do?
It's fireproof, man. In case you're unconscious burning in the woods and no one can save you. I've got this little red button, but it foams up the whole car.
Really?
It's like, have you ever seen Demolition Man, that Stallone movie, when he like crashes and it just fills up with, that's what happens to our cars.
Has that happened to you before?
Yeah, and I hit the button and it didn't work. And then my vehicle burnt down in the middle of Mexico. But luckily there was a Mexican there with a 40 and he gave it to me and I got to watch my $250,000 car burn down while I drank a 40.
I thought you were going to say you used the 40 to try to put it out. No.
No, it wasn't going to work. That was gone.
I wouldn't want to waste it.
No, that's ridiculous.
I bet you have better, if you're at a party and people are telling stories, you're like, yeah, that's pretty good. But I was in Mexico and my car blew up.
What's really cool, because I was actually sitting with Jim DeChamp, fellow guy at Nitro Circus, and Dave Mirra, winningest X Games rider of all time. Mm-hmm. And we were actually recovering in Las Vegas after an event and an after party. And we're sitting at the Hard Rock, and this guy's trying to pick up on this really attractive girl, and he's like, oh, I did this and did this. So I was like, yeah, that guy's the winningest X Games gold medalist ever of all time. She's like, ha. He's like, yeah, that guy jumped out of a plane without a parachute. I was like, yeah, that guy's the first guy that ever did a front flip on a dirt bike. And they're like, what do you guys really do? We're like, oh, we do construction. So, I mean, the first lie we told was the first thing they actually believed, which was pretty funny.
Yeah, I imagine with your life, the lies sound more realistic.
Way more realistic.
You did jump out of a plane without a parachute?
Yeah, I mean, there's no real good way to say how it worked, but I jumped out and a buddy came down and mounted me. Safely.
Safely, good.
Yes.
Good. He had a parachute.
Yes.
And what happens if he goes by you? Like, because I imagine he hit you and caught on. Don't smile like that.
So, yes, as he was grabbing on.
He was grabbing on.
He approached from above.
Sure.
Yes, and then what had happened was, but actually if he were to keep going down, he could actually put himself in a horizontal position and then go back up.
Go back up, as it were, just relative to you.
I'm sorry.
This is all a euphemism, isn't it?
It's not at all, no.
Now you have been on other, I would call, real late night talk shows. Which ones have you been on? And is this the most exciting? Answer all of that.
Well, by far. I mean, never have I done a late night talk show in my own hotel room. So this is really cool. And you guys came to me, which was awesome.
That's true.
So I
didn't even know
that.
we were going to come. We just showed up.
That is true. I mean, Frank. But anyway, so no, I was on Letterman 3 times. The first time I was on Letterman, I actually broke my collarbone and dislocated my shoulder, which was pretty fun. And then I blamed it on the motorcycle for why I didn't get back up and jump and pretended that I was okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was good. So then
you jumped out on like the side street.
Side streets, which was really neat because when I landed and it was raining and I landed on the wood, I slid and I thought I could save it and I ended up rolling up the curb and like really in the front door of this like a Dunkin' Donuts or whatever this shop was that was right there, which was funny because there was like a bunch of kids that were like jumping out of the way as I was like literally running up the curb, which was not really fenced off. I think probably one of the coolest parts was I got to go on Jay Leno. I think I did Leno 4 times actually. Yeah. So this is the first time, like this is genuinely an exciting thing. So,
yeah, right.
Like this is one and only, man.
It's got it went like Letterman, Leno, Mystery Hour.
Yeah.
Which is the name of the show, you may not know.
No, of course, it's moving up. Mystery Hour is definitely the top.
Okay, so like if I'm watching X Games and seeing guys get up in the air and flip and stuff, I always think that's amazing. How did they ever start doing that? Like, how do you get from regular guy to I can do something like that because it's so different from anything I would ever be able to do.
You see, my mom rode motorcycles. My dad rode motorcycles. When I was 4 years old, we'd go camping and we'd bring the motorcycles. And we went on camping trips and we just rode through the woods. And that's motorcycles what we did as a family.
Yeah.
And I have 6 uncles, and they all ride dirt bikes. And after work, they'd always go ride. So I always wanted to keep up with them, and just having fun on a motorcycle. And it was always about who could jump bigger or whatever. And it wasn't that big of jumps at first, and it was, I could take a foot off, or I can take a hand off or whatever, and then it kind of slowly progresses. So it's not like so many kids that are like 15, 16, they're just getting their license. They're like, oh man, I need to come to your house so I can learn tricks in the foam pit. Like, we didn't have foam pits. And I'm not saying that you can't be benefited by a foam pit, but learn how to ride a motorcycle.
Hop some curbs.
Jump some stuff. Learn all this stuff, because you're going to need that. Before you even think about doing a trick, the 75-foot jump has to be something you don't even think about. You're not going to learn how to jump a 75-foot jump into a foam pit. I mean, you can do it. Yeah. But a lot of people miss the foam pit. It's not that safe.
Right. All right. So you've done all these extreme things, all kinds of different extreme things. It feels like the next step for what's the next extreme level is to do something non-extreme. So like you guys, Nitro Circus, you go to a new town and you all register with a temp agency and get office jobs. The boring is the new extreme.
But that's boring. But you see, what you're not grasping is that action sports started not because people were in it for a job or to make money.
Yeah.
Most of them had other jobs, and a lot of them still do have other jobs. Even the top guys, the top skaters, they do it because it's that freedom. So the whole reason to do action sports is not to be extreme or cool or gnarly or whatever these words that all these action sports guys make up to be cool. That doesn't, at least for me, it had nothing to do with it. For me, it's that freedom. It's that freedom to, there's no rules, there's no limits. There's nobody telling you can or can't do stuff. I don't want to do a TPA report. I watched Office Space. I don't want 5 bosses telling me to do the same thing. And I want my damn stapler.
Right. Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. I'm totally lying. Anyway, if you guys could just get out of the hotel room and let me get some sleep before the rally starts at 6 o'clock tomorrow, that'd be great.
There he is, Travis Pastrana.
Thanks, guys. Good times.